Hey guys, it's P here, and I'm coming back with another video. And this is my first UFC video. And if you guys remember, I talked about it in my first video on this channel that I will be uploading UFC videos because I am also a really big UFC fan. So yeah, this is my first UFC video. And yeah, let's get into the video. So for the people who watch UFC, as you all know, there is a big fight night coming tomorrow, UFC fight night on ESPN 3. There's not too many big fights on the card, but this is the biggest fight on the card. And maybe the co-main event as well. Um, so it's Junior Dos Santos versus Francis Ngannou. Both of these guys are on amazing winning streaks. Francis Ngannou is on a 2-fight winning streak. Junior Dos Santos is on a 3-fight winning streak. And this is probably a title contender match. Whoever wins this fight is probably gonna get the title shot next. So this should be an amazing fight. So the way I like to do my predictions is I like to talk about both of the fighters' strengths first, and then their weaknesses, and then I like to give my prediction on who I think is gonna win. So let's start with JDS. So JDS's strengths. So as everybody knows, JDS, he's an amazing striker. He's amazing boxing, amazing kicks, amazing body kicks, amazing head kicks. He does have some really good wheel kicks, and he has amazing takedown defense. He does have really good boxing. He has that big overhand right that he landed on a lot of fighters. That he landed on, Cain Velasquez, Derek Lewis. He does have a lot of power in that right hand. And he is when he's going forward at you, he is very dangerous. And he does hit really hard. He looks like when he came back after that 1 year layoff, he does look a lot better. He looks a lot better. He looks a lot more motivated. He looks a lot more, that he improved a lot on his skills. And he is very dangerous when he's going forward. As we've seen in the Taito Iwasa fight and in the Derek Lewis fight. He finished both of those fighters, and he could finish people when going backwards. We saw it in the Taito Iwasa fight. I mean, Taito Iwasa was kind of getting reckless, but he still caught him with that right hand and dropped him. And for Francis, now let's go to Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou's strengths, as everybody knows, he has huge power in his hands. Doesn't matter what hand he hits you with, right or left. He has crazy power, and we've seen that against Alistair Overeem, against Cain Velasquez, against Curtis Blades. I mean, even against Curtis Blades, he hit him with like the palm of his hand. He didn't really hit him with a full-on punch properly, and he still dropped him really badly. He rocked him really badly. He knocked out Cain Velasquez in under a minute, and Curtis Blades, both of those fighters in under a minute in the first round. I mean, he has crazy power in his hands. He has amazing boxing, and he also has very good takedown defense, and he has some really powerful leg kicks too. He's a very big guy. He does have very good takedown defense, and he's very when you try to take him down, he's very fast at driving in the underhooks, and he's very fast at moving his feet. Um, so Francis Ngannou, so both of them are very good strikers. So we're probably gonna see more of a striking fight. We're not really gonna see too much grappling in this fight. We're probably not gonna see too much grappling in this fight. And now I'm gonna talk about both of the fighters' weaknesses. So JDS's weakness, he doesn't really have too many weaknesses, but his weakness mostly is when you pressure him backwards. When you pressure him and he goes backwards, he doesn't really do that well. He doesn't really do that well. You have a lot better chance of landing punches on him. Fighters have a lot better chances of landing punches on him, and he doesn't do too well. And also he is he doesn't really do too well. Yeah, when you pressure him backwards, he doesn't really have any of the weaknesses. I mean, he has great takedown defense. He has amazing cardio. He can go 5 rounds. So that's the thing. He is he if you pressure him backwards, he doesn't do that well. And he is a lot easier to land on if you pressure him backwards. And for Francis Ngannou, I mean, he also doesn't have too many weaknesses. But if you could take him down and control him and wear him out like Stipe did, then you could win the fight. Then you could that's his weaknesses. Maybe his cardio is a little bit of a weakness. He does kind of get tired in the later rounds. And again, if you if you pressure Francis Ngannou, he's still very dangerous. I mean, he's not as dangerous as if he's going forward, but it's really hard to pressure him backwards. And mostly, yeah, if you can take him down, you could wear him out. That's basically his weakness. he will get tired if you do that, you know. So that is both of the fighters' strengths and weaknesses. So now on who I think is gonna win, I'm gonna go with Francis Ngannou with a second round TKO. You know, now the reason why I'm going Francis Ngannou is JDS is an amazing fighter. Don't get me wrong. You know, he has made a really good comeback since he came back. You know, he won 3 fights in a row. But the thing about JDS is that, you know, I think Francis Ngannou, you know, when he lost to Stipe and then he lost to Derek Lewis, he really bounced back really good. You know, he bounced back really good as well. You know, he kind of found his way to fight again. You know, staying patient. You know, using his boxing. He does have a very long reach as well. You know, and you know, just making it more technical. You know, not just like in the Stipe fight where he was just like going crazy. You know, just trying to knock him out. You know, and you know, I think that Francis Ngannou, I think he will pressure JDS. Now, I think JDS might not try to knock him out. He might try to. I mean, JDS could land that right hand if he like you know gets close enough to Francis Ngannou, pressures him backwards, and you know land that right hand through Francis Ngannou's guard. He might be able to do that. But the thing about JDS is, I think he might try to take Francis Ngannou into the later rounds, try to maybe tire him out in the later rounds. And yeah, I think I don't know for sure, obviously. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but I think he might try to do that. I think JDS might try to take the fight into the later rounds, try to maybe tire out Francis Ngannou. But I think Francis Ngannou, I think in the first round there's going to be some good exchanges. Francis Ngannou might rock JDS, you know, once or twice. But I think in the second round, Francis Ngannou is going to pressure him, and I think he will land that big right hand and knock out JDS. So I'm gonna go Francis Ngannou, and I'm gonna go by a second round TKO. So guys, that's my predictions for the main event of UFC Fight Night on ESPN 3. Hope you guys all tune in for that fight. This should be an amazing fight, you know. And yeah, that's my predictions. That's my prediction. I will be uploading a reaction to this main event. So be on the lookout for that on probably maybe Saturday, but most likely Sunday, you know. Be on the lookout for that on Sunday. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you guys in the next video.